Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I made this card here. This is using one of Stampin' Up's note cards and envelopes, and it's just a great little size for any occasion. And these actually go right to the mail, just with regular postage. What I'm using today is the Crazy About You stamp set and the matching framelits that go with it. So I'm going to show you a couple of different tips throughout this video, so bear with me. Let's get started. So to begin with, I took one of our celebration sheets that are 12 by 12, and this is just one of the prints that comes in the pack. And I'm going to show you just a quick way to show you how you can get the most out of one sheet of paper. So to begin with, I measured this at 3 inches and trimmed it off. And then I'm going to come here at 4.5. Oops, that's the score. And cut. I don't know why my cutter does that once in a while, but... And then another one at 4.5. And so you get 2 out of that little strip. And then you're going to come in with this other piece that you have. And if you cut it this way at 4.5, that will cut it into 2 strips and then bring it together, and you can cut it into 3 strips by just measuring and cutting through. And so that gives you 10 layers of cards for that one card. I hope that makes sense. I didn't whiz through that too quickly. So what you do is, so then you come out and you've got a sheet like this, and then I took another piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock and I just attached this one onto there. So the actual measurement that I have here is 3 by 4.5, and I'm going to lay this onto this Coastal Cabana piece, which is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, which is going to mount nicely onto my note card and still leave a little edge right around the edge there, because the note cards. So there you have that. Then I took a piece of another 1-inch strip of that celebration paper, and this is just 1 by, I don't know, 4.5, I think. And I'm going to use my hexagon punch and come in here, and that's how I'm going to line that up to punch my banner. And I'm going to lay this right across the front of my card like that. So there's the base of my card, and now we're going to do the decorating part. I'm going to use the framelits called Hello You, and you get these great framelits. As you can see, I put a magnet on the back of my packaging here just to hold my framelits on so they're not flopping around in the envelope. But you get happy, thanks, and hello, and you, and it coordinates really nicely with the words in Crazy About You. So that's one of the things I like about, and this comes as a bundle too, which is how I always love my bundles. So I'm going to go ahead and use the thanks, and I want to show you just a quick way to get these framelits right out of your, or cut them out. So let me grab my Big Shot and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my Big Shot, and I've got my platform, and I've got my first plastic plate, and then I'm going to take, this is a dryer sheet, and it's just a regular dryer sheet that has not been used, so it still smells good. And I'm going to lay my piece of cardstock down, and then I'm going to lay my thanks down. And then I'm going to take that other plastic plate and lay it on the top. And you can use any kinds of dryer sheets. I would recommend to people to just get the cheapest you can find. And go to your local dollar store and pick up some cheap framelits. Pick up some cheap dryer sheets. Once you've done that, you're just going to pull this out, and you can see that framelit pops off right away, which is great. I know in the past when we used framelits, sometimes they got stuck, but they stick directly to that dryer sheet, and then you pull this off, and you can see, you do have to be just slightly careful. And then this will just pull right out. And all the inside pieces pop right out too. So that's just another great way to use your framelits and use that dryer sheet, and it works fabulously with our new butterflies and any of our doilies. So what I did then is I'm going to take this thanks, and I'm just adding a little snail onto it, and you'll see that I'm adding it directly onto the back of this. This is a great mat that I purchased over Christmas. It's just a craft mat, and the glue doesn't stick to it, so it's just kind of, you just have to brush it away and it's gone. So I take my card, add my thanks. It's coming together very nicely. And then I'm going to take a little 1/2-inch piece, and let me grab a stamp out of this set. One of the things about our photopolymer stamps is that they're bendable. So if you have a hard time getting it on there straight, lay it onto your whatever surface you're working on, and then lay it upside, so that, and then stick it on there so that it's, that it's straight. And then I'll have to grab my ink. I'm going to come in with a little Calypso coral because that coordinates with the paper, and ink this up. And the nice thing about photopolymer is you can see exactly where you're going to stamp. You can see right through there. Stamp that down. Come back in with my punch and make this into a little banner. Makes it fairly easy. Like that. And go ahead and put this away. Now for this banner, what I do is I'm going to take it and I'm just going to use my fingers and I'm going to pull it on this side to give it a curl. Pull it on that side and give it a curl, and you can see how it just bends it. And then I'm going to come in with a dimensional. And the dimensional is going to go where the bump is going up. And then I put that dimensional in there. And that's going to keep that banner so that it continues the wave with that dimensional in there. Not too much that it doesn't flatten out in when you're mailing it. So there's that. And then I'm going to show you how I did the flowers. And I brought in one of the little flowers from the flower punch pack. And I'm going to punch out 3 flowers with Calypso coral. And here's one of the little tricks that I use. So if using the paper piercing mat in your flowers, if you take the bigger end of your scoring tool and just go in a circle, you'll see how it just gives those flowers just enough, a little bit of curl, just enough dimension. I don't know if you can see that in there. It kind of pops up their leaves and gives them a little bit of dimension. And then I'm going to use glue dots and stick these on a glue dot. Like that. And then come in and add them to my project. Oops. Didn't quite get, there we go. Didn't quite get the glue dot on that one. And there's your flowers. And then I'm going to come in with some pearls. And just a couple little pearls. Here, I got a sheet right here. And just add a little pearl. If you have trouble getting your pearls up, go ahead and use a scissor. Then you can just pick them up off there with a scissor. And add them to your card. And there you have it, a really quick thank you card. This is the card that I'm sending out this month for one of my thank yous. So maybe if you place an order, you'll get this one in the mail. There'll be several different kinds. So thank you, have a great day. And if you haven't already done so, you may want to sign up for my newsletter where I offer tutorials and lots of different samples and all kinds of stuff. So thank you and have a great day.